One thing that's a missing art a lot of times in an interview or in just general discussion is tact. It's real easy for us, especially as, all of us are on a journey. None of us can maybe say that we're perfect or that we're totally mature. I think I have, somebody's accused me of this, and I think, I think you got it right. They accused me of having the emotional maturity of a 17-year-old. This was from a really angry employee who was quitting his job, and he fired off a letter to some of our close circle of friends, and that's one of the things he said. And I think out of all those accusations he made about me, about cooking our books and lying to our employees, I think the one thing he got right was that I'm a 17-year-old emotionally. But all of us, none of us are all there yet, and all of us have our own baggage and our own problems. But what a wonderful thing that we can use when we're confronting somebody or just interacting with somebody or being somebody's friend is what's called tact. We hear a lot how the truth is important and the truth should be held high and championed. And I'm only being honest, that dress you're wearing really does look ugly, We don't need to say that. We don't have to, just tell somebody everything. Like sometimes that's in the context of maybe me doing an interview. I don't go before it starts. Excuse me, before we start this interview, I just want you to know that I am a Christian. I am a fundamentalist, evangelical, charismatic Christian. I believe the Bible is God's Word. So I want you to know before we start. That's where I'm coming from. I don't need to do that. And what's kind of funny about the way I surprise people is they don't know that. This is when I ask them about Jesus. Sometimes it throws them for a loop because they're not expecting it. And you're not broadcasting everything. And I'm not trying to be tricky here. But sometimes just using tact and just being a normal person goes a long way. Not feeling like you have to tell everybody everything about yourself. Because you know what that's like. If you go into you join a new church, get a new job, and you're meeting new people, a new circle of friends, you don't tell them your whole life story the first chance you get to talk to somebody. You kind of ease into it. You kind of get to know somebody gently. So using tact is a great thing, especially doing an interview. If your interview turns into something where maybe it's a juicy topic that's controversial at the time, well, you can have a debate. You can have a friendly debate. And tact would be very necessary in a situation like that, to always remember to treat the person with kindness, treat the person with dignity. And I think those things are very important to God. So I always try to keep those at the forefront of my mind, is treating a person with dignity. And as much as I would like to maybe one day over the phone lead one of these rock stars to Jesus and have the sinner's prayer be like the conclusion of that interview, that's never happened in 200 plus interviews in 27 years. I don't expect that to happen. I'm ready, willing, and able to go there if that's going to happen. But I don't pursue that at all cost and try to thrust or force something to happen. I try to use tact and try to roll with the events. I'm in a time machine and we're rolling forward at 1.0, speed. And so I just kind of respond to what's happening around me and try to treat people with dignity and use tact. So that's real important.